Hello, my dear children. Children, so far we have been studying unit, measurement and dimension. We have already deliberated on various aspects of measurements. In last to last class, we started with dimensional analysis. And in the last class, we studied the advantage of dimensional analysis. Today, we are going to work out second advantage. Last advantage was to check dimensional validity, which we studied last time. Now we are going to study conversion of units using dimensional analysis. Yes, children. To be able to convert the unit of a physical quantity from one system to another, there are certain word meanings which we must know. These words in fact are prefix. Prefix are the words which are written before a word. And we are going to study their mathematical meaning. These prefixes are P. Small p stands for pico and its mathematical meaning is 10 to the power minus 12. The next prefix is N, small n, nano. Its mathematical meaning is 10 to the power minus 9. Next is micro, mu. Its meaning is 10 to the power minus 6, that is 1 upon 1 million. Small m, milli. Milli stands for 10 to the power minus 3, that is 1 upon 1000. And then we have C, centi. Centi means 1 upon 100 or 10 to the power minus 2. Small d, deci, that is 10 to the power minus 1, that is 1 by 10. U is a prefix that is called unit and its mathematical meaning is 1, 10 to the power 0. D, capital D, deca. Deca stands for 10. H, hectare. It stands for 100, 10 to the power 2. K is a very popular prefix, kilo. Kilo stands for 10 to the power 3, that is 1000. Capital M, mega or million, means 10 to the power 6. Then capital G, giga, that is equal to 10 to the power 9. And tera stands for 10 to the power 12. There are many more prefixes like smaller than this. Pico is what? Femto, 10 to the power minus 15, small f. And then we have small a, atto, that is 10 to the power minus 18. Beyond this, we have what? Peta, P-E-T-A. Peta stands for 10 to the power 15. And then we have capital E, exa, that stands for 10 to the power 18. But these prefixes will serve our purpose right now. Children, before we start with the conversion of units, let us know various system of units which are prevalent world over. These system of units are MKSA system, CGS system, FPS system, SI system and hypothetical system. Well, MKSA system, what does this mean? This simply means M. M stands for meter, the unit of length. So in this system, the unit of length is meter, unit of mass is kilogram, unit of time is second, and unit of electric current is ampere. In CGS system, distance is measured in centimeter, mass is measured in grams, time is measured in second. In FPS system, distance is measured in foot, mass is measured in pound, and time is measured in second. SI system is system international. We'll talk about it very shortly. Hypothetical system. In hypothetical system, any quantity can be given, any physical quantity can be given any unit. It depends upon us. So there can be infinite different hypothetical systems. We'll talk about hypothetical system mathematically. Well, SI system is the system which is used by every scientist world over. Earlier, when the scientists of different countries used to gather together to discuss their research papers, they used to talk in their own system. Some used to talk in FPS system, some used to talk in CES system, some used to talk in MKSA system. Therefore, there was a communication gap. So what they decided to design a system which is common to all. So they decided that they would all work out in this system so that they are able to communicate better over a common platform. Well, children, dimensional formula of a physical quantity is invariant. Whatever may be the system, MKS system, CGS system, FES system, dimensional formula of physical quantity does not vary. When we talk about force, dimensional formula is mLT minus 2 everywhere, in every system, whether it is hypothetical or any of these four systems. But the unit of course differ, and that is what we are going to find out. The value of one quantity, the unit of one quantity into some other system. Children, unit of a physical quantity in system 1 is associated with the unit of the same quantity in some other system, that is system number 2, through a constant. That constant is called as conversion factor. This is unit in system number 1, U2 is unit in system number 2. They are always related to each other through a constant. This constant is what is called as conversion factor. So in all our conversions, we'll find out this conversion factor only. Well, let me give you some examples like mass. What is unit of mass? Unit of mass in MKS system. In MKS system is kilogram. Unit of mass in CGS system is what? Gram. So what is this? 1 kilogram. 1 kilogram. Kilo is the prefix, you can write on what? 10 to the power 3, and then this is what? Gram. So 1 kilogram is 10 to the power 3 gram. So what is this 10 to the power 3? 10 to the power 3 is conversion factor for mass from MKS system to CGS system. You can also write it like this: 1 gram is equal to, we change the side of this, 10 to the power minus 3 kilogram. This simply means this 10 to the power minus 3 is conversion factor for conversion of unit from CGS system to MKS system. Any distance, any mass in CGS system can be converted into mass in MKS system by multiplying with 10 to the power minus 3. Any mass in MKS system can be converted into CGS system by multiplying that mass with 10 to the power 3, that is 1000. So what is this 10 to the power 3 conversion factor? What is this 10 to the power 3? 10 to the power minus 3 conversion factor. This is conversion factor from MKS to CGS. This is conversion factor from CGS to MKS. Distance. The unit of distance is what? Unit of distance in MKS system is what? Meter. In CGS system is what? Centimeter. And we know 1 meter is equal to what? 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. 10 to the power 2 centimeter. So what is this 10 to the power 2? Conversion factor for distance from one system to another. So this way, every unit is associated with the unit of the same quantity in some other system with the help of a constant. That constant is called as conversion factor, and that is what we will work out through various examples which we are going to deliberate today. Children, let us overview the conversion of units. How do we bring about conversion using dimensional method? Well, this is unit of physical quantity in system 1. This is unit of physical quantity in system number 2. And we have already understood that this unit is related with the unit of the same quantity in other system with the help of a constant that is called n. N is conversion factor. So what is this n? This n is u1 upon u2. Since we are using dimensional method, so from this step we will switch over to dimension. We will write down the dimension of quantity number 1 here, and we will write down the dimension of quantity number 2 here. We are using dimensional method. Well, we will substitute the dimensions and we will substitute the units of various quantities in that dimension. And for substituting the units, we will of course use these prefix. We will solve it, and once we solve it, we get the value of n, and that is what is our answer. So this is in general the procedure of conversion. And let us understand this procedure with the help of an example. #1. Well, here we are going to convert 1 joule of work into a we know joule. Joule is the unit of work in MKS system or SI system, and erg is the unit of work in CGS system. So the quantity which is being talked here in question is what? Work. What is dimensional formula of work? Dimensional formula of work is ml2t minus 2. System 1 here is what? MKS system or SI system, and system 2 here is what? CGS system. Now, what is the value of 1 joule in erg? So 1 joule is going to be associated with erg with a conversion factor n. So what is the value of n? The value of n is going to be 1 joule upon erg. 1 joule upon erg. This step. Now from unit we will switch over to dimension. So what is this? This joule is replaced by dimension of work in system number 1, and this erg is replaced by dimension of work in system number 2, that is CGS system. What is dimensional formula? ml2t minus 2, ml2t minus 2 dimensional formula is same. Since this is dimensional formula of work in system number 1, so we write in the subscript 1. Here also we write 2. This 2 indicates system 2. This is dimensional formula of work in system 2. Dimensional formula is same, but how to differentiate both the dimensional formulas? For that we have written 1 here in the subscript and 2 here in the subscript. Now solve it. This step, substitute dimensions. And after substitute dimension, let us simplify it. This is m1 upon m2. This is L1 upon L2 whole square, and this is T1 upon T2 to the power minus 2. Now let us substitute unit, this step. If we substitute the unit of mass in system 1, in system number 1 which is MK system, unit of mass is what? Kilogram. In system 2, the unit of mass is going to be what? Gram. Well, L1 is the unit of length in system 1, that is what? Is meter, and L2 is the unit of length in system number 2, and that is what is centimeter. So unit of time in system 1 is second, unit of time in system number 2 is second. Now you can see this gram cancels out, this meter cancels out, this second cancels out. What do we get? Kilo here, we open up the bracket, we get centi square. Kilo upon centi square, rest all cancel out. Kilo is what? 10 to the power 3, centi is 10 to the power minus 2, square of this, centi is 10 to the power minus 2, you can see here. Centi is 10 to the power minus 2, square of this is what? 10 to the power minus 4, and when this 10 to the power minus 4 moves up, it becomes 10 to the power 4. The 10 to the power 4 and 10 to the power 3 is what? 10 to the power 7. This simply means 1 joule of work is equal to 10 to the power 7 erg. This is conversion 1 of the day. Well, the second conversion is a question like this. Find G is equal to 9.8 meter per second square in kilometer per hour square. You have to convert the unit of acceleration due to gravity from MKS system or SI system to this new hypothetical system where distance is in kilometer and time is taken in hours. So the physical quantity which is there in question is what? Acceleration. Its dimensional formula is what? Its dimensional formula is LT minus 2. So 9.8 meter per second is equal to n times kilometer per hour square. What is this n? This n is conversion factor, and we are going to find out. So what is this n? This n is going to be what? 9.8 meter per second square upon kilometer per hour square. Now since we are going to use dimensional method to bring our conversion, so we'll now switch over to dimension. For this we'll write down the dimension of acceleration here, and for this also we'll write down the dimension of acceleration in system number 2. Dimension is LT minus 2, that remains same in both the system. So LT minus 2 is written with subscript 1 here for system number 1, and for here we write 2 in the subscript indicating system 2. This is L1 upon L2, T1 upon T2 to the power minus 2. Now let us substitute the units. This is unit of length in system number 1. What is unit of length in system number 1? Meter. What is unit of length in system number 2? Kilometer. What is unit of time in system number 1? Unit of time in system number 1 is what? Second. And what is unit of time in system number 2? In system number 2 the time is what? Hour. And the whole power is what? Minus 2. Well, 1 hour is equal to 3600 second, that we all know. Let us make this substitution here. See, meter upon kilometer as it is, second upon 3600 second. Now you can see meter cancels out, even second cancels out here. What do we get? 9.8 upon kilo, and this is 3600 to the power minus 2. This 3600 to the power minus 2, when moves up in the numerator, it becomes 3600 to the power plus 2. You can multiply it and solve it, and the value comes out to be 127008, or 1.27 into 10 to the power 5. So G 9.8 meter per second square is 127008 kilometer per hour square. This is conversion number 2. Now let us see another example, and the last example of the day, and it is in the form of question. Density of mercury is 13.6 gram per cc. Find its value in SI system of unit. So again, the physical quantity which is in question is what? Density. And dimensional formula of density is what? Mass per unit volume. ml minus 3. This is the dimensional formula of density. Well, system 1 which is being taught here is what? System number 1 is CGS system, where unit of mass is taken as gram and distance in what? Centimeter. And the system 2 here is what? Is SI system, that is same as MKS system. We want to convert 13.6 gram per cc into what? N unit of density in SI system. In SI system, the unit of density is what? Kilogram per meter cube. So what is this N? This N is going to be 13.6 gram per cc. This is 13.6 gram per cc upon, this is kilogram per meter cube. Now, since we wish to bring about this conversion using dimensional analysis, therefore we'll have to switch over from unit to dimensional formula. So what is this dimensional formula? Dimensional formula in system 1 is what? ml minus 3. Even in system 2, the dimensional formula is what? ml minus 3. In system 1, we can use this prefix to differentiate both the formulas, dimensional formulas. We just write down the subscript 1 and 2. 1 indicates system 1, 2 indicates system 2. Now, you can see this 13.6 remain as it is. We can write down m1 upon m2 together, l1 upon l2 together, and their whole power is what? Minus 3. Now, let us substitute the unit. What is the unit of m1 in system number 1? What is the unit of mass in system number 1? In system number 1, the unit of mass is what? Gram. What is unit of mass in system number 2? That is, system number 2 is SI system or MKS system. Here the unit of mass is what? Kilogram. What is unit of length in system number 1? Unit of length in system number 1 is centimeter, and unit of length in system number 2, that is system number SI system, is what? Meter. Let us substitute the values and write down the power as what? Minus 3. Let us solve it. This gram cancels out. This meter cancels out. So what is this N? This N is going to be 13.6. What do we get? We get kilo here in the denominator, and here we get centi to the power what? Minus 3. Can we solve it? Of course. This is 13.6. Centi means 10 to the power minus 2. Let us substitute the value of this centi. We have already studied this. Centi is a prefix, and its mathematical meaning is 10 to the power minus 2. And the whole power is what? Minus 3 divided by what? K. And what is the value of K? K is 10 to the power 3. These are the prefix. If you solve it, what do we get? This is 10 to the power minus, this becomes plus 6. Plus 6 and 10 to the power 3 is what? 10 to the power 3. This cancels out with this, and we get 10 to the power 3. So what is this? 13.6 into 10 to the power 3. This is the value of density of mercury in SI system. So 13.6 gram per cc is 13.6 into 10 to the power 3 kilogram per meter cube. So that's how we bring about conversion. So I hope you all can bring about such conversions, and this is not very difficult. Well, this is all from my side today. Please continue doing the numericals from your textbook and discuss your problems with me. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.